How you guys doing? So this is Neil, and here's a picture of Grey Pheonix, and I'm from masterpaintnow.com, best-selling author of How to Draw Awesome Figures, which you can find on Amazon, and also top art instructor on Udemy. I have lots of cool courses, and this first initial part of the sketch here took me about 10 minutes, and I'll tell you about when that time is. Basically, once I start drawing the face, that's when the 10 minutes is up. But anyway, what I really like about this is all from imagination, except for I just had to look up a couple, like after I had finished drawing everything, I had to look up a couple images of Jean Grey in her Phoenix form because I forgot what her outfit looked like. And so I just need to know what the eagle thing emblem on her chest looked like, and like how far up her gloves went. I knew I wanted to do the red and gold costume. I just couldn't remember exactly how far up the gloves went. And then that's pretty much it. Just the eagle and the gloves is all I needed to see real quick. Everything else is purely from imagination. And what's so awesome about that is, just real quickly here as it's going through the sketching process, I used to only be able to draw from references. And that was fun for a while. And then, I don't know, in my late teens, I just kind of got bored of drawing. And I went through a long period of not really drawing that much. And then I really just admired that comic artists and how they can just draw like from their mind. I had this friend of mine that would just draw in a notepad, and I knew he was looking at nothing because I'm right there in front of him watching him draw, and he's looking at nothing at all. And I'm like, how are you doing that? Like, how are you drawing these awesome characters? And you're like, he's like designing these cool characters like in his notebook. I'm like, how are you doing that? It's insane. He's like, I don't know, I just do it. And so I set out to want to know how to do that. And it took a lot of years for me to do a lot of research and study and drawing and different art books. And now I'm doing the inking part, by the way. And I'm using the standard G pen. This is, by the way, this is a Clip Studio Paint EX. So this is the, it's basically what replaced Manga Studio 5 EX. But now they have this cool animation thing in there, so I definitely want to show you guys how to do some animation with this. It's a pretty cool feature. You can do cell animation. But anyway, so after a lot of research and stuff, I finally clicked one day, and I realized what it would take for me to be able to draw from my mind. And so I developed kind of like a course for myself to do and study and stuff. And that eventually became the anatomy course that is on Udemy and on my website, masterpaintingnow.com. And all those basic principles I applied to myself first. And I'm like, well, if it works for me, it's got to work for others. And after I applied all that to myself, and if you're curious about what the course is all about, you can check it out. But there's a certain method, and you're not going to find it anywhere else. No one else teaches the method like I do. I discovered something that worked in my brain, and then I taught it to myself, and that helped me to draw from imagination. And then I figured, if I teach this to other people, it might help them too. There's the finish. Now this is a really boring part. This is what's called flats, and this to me is the most boring part. And I wish I could just have a program that did it for me, or just hire someone to do this part for me, because I really hate doing this part. It's so boring. But that's why I speed up even faster. And then the real quick background. The background was just nothing, no big deal. Just wanted to add some color in the background. That would kind of, I can use that color throughout her body and stuff. But yeah, I could have left it like this, like just cell shading. But I kind of developed my own style over time. It's kind of like a mix between cell shading and painterly style. And I can take this right here and I can make it all the way into a painting to where there's no more line work or anything. Like I can make it look like an actual painting. But what's cool is, so being able to draw that from my mind, that was such a freeing feeling and so awesome. That's what got me back into art, was being able to draw from my imagination. And so I hate drawing from reference now. It's become something that I actually loathe doing. But when I draw from imagination, it feels so good and freeing. And what I mean by that is you're just drawing, you're inventing stuff from your mind. So although Jean Grey is a real character, you'll never find a picture of Jean Grey like this, like in this pose, this position, everything, because that was all in my imagination. The only thing that, again, that wasn't from my imagination is just the sash that she wears, how high up her gloves go, and then obviously what color she is, and then the eagle on her chest, or whatever it is, falcon, whatever. Phoenix. It was actually a phoenix, but yeah, it looked kind of like a falcon. Anyway, so yeah, so that everything else though is purely from my mind. And to be able to do that and like see your imagination, like especially when you do like comics and you write or anything, like I also write and I do my own comics sometimes. And so when you do that, when you can bring what's in your imagination, I had this idea of this picture in my head, right? And I wanted to bring it to life. To be able to actually do that and then be like, wow, I did all that. That's mine, you know, and I didn't have to look at it. I didn't just copy something, you know, just copying stuff, you know, it's fun and it's a way to start learning. But it's not your artwork really. You're just kind of copying somebody else's artwork. In this case, you know, I didn't even have a model, nothing. No, there's no nothing here. It's just all my imagination. All the shadows, all the lighting, everything's coming from my mind. And if you want to learn how to do that, go to masterpaintingnow.com and check out my course, my Anatomy for Human Figure Drawing course. That will get you going there. Also, my How to Draw and Paint Comics course will also teach all the fundamentals of drawing. Hey, if you've enjoyed this, please go ahead and share it with others. I'd appreciate it. And bye.